I may or may not have just made the best investment of my fitness life. I've just spent a huge £1,000 on Hyperice's Normatec Premier compression legs, and in this video I'm going to be unboxing these bad boys and giving them a go while really hoping I haven't just thrown my money down the sink. Before I get into this review video, I just want to say I definitely did buy this product with my own money. I've had no contact with this company whatsoever, so I owe them absolutely diddly squat in this unboxing video. Now I know that recovery is a really crucial part for my running training at the moment, but arguably I'm crap at it. I just don't recover very well whatsoever. I kind of tell myself that having a protein shake and doing some like half-ass kind of stretching is recovery, but I definitely know it isn't. And my argument is that I'm just busy. And I shouldn't be making those kind of excuses, but I do. This is why when brands come along and they flaunt their incredibly polished, pearly, elitist marketing about the new raving tech of recovery and how certain products can make you feel rejuvenated and freshen up all your muscles and promise you the absolute world, I gotta say I did get suckered into it, and I landed on one of the most expensive and market leaders of the recovery world, Hyperice. I keep saying Hyperice, and I'm pretty sure it's not Hyperice, it is Hyperice, which I don't know why my brain just seems to fragment that word like that, but it does. Now you may have seen the marketing from Hyperice. It's pretty shit hot. It's very clean and conceptual in a very elitist kind of way. They're used by recording artists, they're used by sports teams and fitness enthusiasts, and these compression legs seem to be like their flagship product, which is plastered all over social media. So at this point I gotta ask myself, have I just bought into all the marketing, or does the science actually justify that hefty price tag? I did reach out to Hyperice on a couple of different occasions via different platforms, and I didn't hear anything back, because what I really wanted to get is a clearer understanding of exactly what these do and what tech is involved, because I thought it'd be interesting for this video. But no one got back to me. So I used Google and ChatGPT, which tells me it uses a dynamic compression system, which you can customize for certain parts of your legs for an even better and more effective recovery. So what I glean from that is that it's like a DIY at-home sports massage, which sounds freaking cool. So I am keen to go downstairs, get them out on the big table and unbox these bad boys. It's worth mentioning that in the UK, these are the Normatec Premier compression legs, and in the US, they're known as the Normatec Elite. I can't see any difference between the two of these other than the name. The Normatec Premier legs come in 3 different sizes depending on how tall you are. I've gone for standard as I'm 171 centimeters with an inseam of about 31 inches. I have been waiting for this moment since they arrived on my doorstep. So let's unbox them. This is everything that comes in the box. This is like the carry bag that you get for them. So yeah, you get a pretty nice drawstring bag. Obviously, we're gonna take this off. It's a carry bag. There's not much more I can really say about that. We're gonna just open up this charger. So it's got a UK kind of plug adapter to it, as well as what I believe is a US one as well, which is great if you travel overseas and you're doing events there. Fixed onto the mains is an EU adapter. This will be great when I go to Berlin. It means I can take this one with me and I don't need to faff with a converter, so that's awesome. And then the charger has 2 charging points because each leg has their own device in them. So let's start with the main event. So they feel like really solid, and I mean, like, you know, the stitching is really like good. It's really robust looking. Material's like super thick. It feels like a premium material. I can see where my money is gone. Let's unwrap them and see how they unfold. This is just one of the legs. And yeah, you can feel that weight is mostly coming from this center console here. Again, really like thick quality. I keep saying like stitching, but one of my pet peeves through like my cycling time is when you get really great kit and it's really expensive kit, the stitching is absolutely awful and you know it's just gonna start peeling away. Whereas like on this, it's like double stitched, everything looks super clean. It looks really like put together and like well made. At the top of each leg, you have these two hooks, which thankfully also have a left and right letter on them to remind you which leg they go on. So super handy. Unwrap the other one so we can see them all in their full glory. So I am going to stick these on charge to make sure they got enough power in them for a recovery session so I can give them a go. While they're charging, I will be taking a look through the quick start manual because yes, I am one of those people that like to read instructions. Hopefully it won't take too long for these to be fully charged and ready to go because I'm really keen to try them out and see what they're like, and then I can kind of give you guys my first impressions. So what I've learned from this little quick start guide, and it is pretty quick, is that you can set all your pressures, all your settings and durations, everything like that via the boots themselves on those control panels. But you can also download the Hyperice app and Bluetooth connect the product to the app. So you can customize and do all your settings in that. Right, the legs are fully charged. I've just gotten changed into some shorts and some socks because they do advise that you wear something comfortable that doesn't bunch up or anything too restrictive, nothing in pockets, things like that. I've got a fresh cup of tea. I've got an amazing book. So let's strap these on and see what they're like. It defaults you on intensity level 3, but it does go up to 7. I'm going to keep it on 3 for this one, and I will increase it as I go. Active zones range from 1 to 5. I'm going to keep it on 5 for a full leg flush. And then routine time, you can go up to like quite a lot actually. It looks like you can have up to an hour, but I'm going to start on 15 minutes for this one. Oh, it goes down to 10 as well, but I'm going to keep it on 15 minutes. So let's press start and go. Okay, my feet are pretty full. Oh, do you know, it feels like a blood pressure cuff. Okay, that's pretty tight. Okay, so my feet are done. It's now working its way up my calves. It seems to like fill up and then deflate a bit before it moves on to the next section. Now we're moving on to my like upper calves around my knees. This is such a strange feeling. It really is. It's like exactly that. It's like a blood pressure cuff just tightening up around your legs. And a part of you is thinking, is it ever going to stop? And now the last chamber is filling up, which is like the very top of the thighs. So now that all the chambers have filled up with air, it seems to be like circulating back through the chambers, like releasing a little bit of pressure and then reapplying that pressure as well. So it's like, yeah, it's like just a squeeze. It's like doing this very gently. Remember, I'm only on level 3 intensity, so I imagine 7 would be pretty intense. But yeah, my feet feel kind of amazing. Oh, this feels gnarly, man. This is weird. I kind of like it. Oh wow, okay, so it's just like whooshed out and decompressed my feet a little bit, and I can just feel my feet tingling while the rest of my legs are still like being hugged. My feet have like deflated and all the blood is like tingling around my toes. And now it's like getting tighter again around like my thighs. Yeah, this is cool. Like, okay. I mean, it is pretty cool. £1,000 cool? I don't know, but this is pretty cool. It's not actually as loud as I thought this was going to be. I was thinking, because it would have to draw in air to put into the legs, that it was actually going to be quite like a loud suction. It really isn't. All you can really hear is like the motor whirring in both legs. And then it just clicks when it stops and releases some pressure. So actually, like, if you wanted to like just watch TV while you're doing it, I can't see this like getting in the way. I kind of want to try it on like a higher intensity, but I'm a little bit afraid. Should we crank it up a bit? Oh, okay. I just increased it to 5 and immediately that's a lot tighter than it was before. It's really nice on the calves and it's really nice on the quads as well, for me anyway, because I've got really tight calves from running. and this feels really, really nice. And my feet as well. So yesterday I ran just over a half marathon, 24K. So I am feeling pretty tender and sore today. So actually, oh, that's bloody hell, that's tight on my thighs. Well, I wasn't expecting like a 5 to be that tight. Not in a painful way, I must stress, it's not painful, but you're just like, I'm gonna let them do their thing while I get through my book. Wow. It's like my legs have been reborn. Now, before I do a recap of my first impressions, there is one thing that's been niggling in my mind since I opened the box. How the heck am I going to fit these into this? They're not super thin. They are not easy and soft. It's not like you're wrapping a jacket and stuffing it in a bag. And I think it's going to take a little bit of figuring out to get them in this little bag. So that's what I want to do first, because I think like this will really impact that portability, mobility element of these. Let's try and wrap these, fold these, do roll, I don't know, get these into that little drawstring bag. Okay, you know what? This wasn't actually as hard as I thought. I'm kind of getting like little surprises here and there about these, so that's kind of cool. Oh, do you know what this just reminds me of? Like those bloody air mattresses, you know, when like you're camping or like you have an air mat of some kind and you're like, oh gosh, trying to fold it all down so it goes back in its little drawstring bag. It's exactly what that's like, which, you know, if you've done a lot of camping or you've been to a lot of festivals, you know how arduous it is. Okay, you know what? I'm actually really impressed by this. This is actually way easier than I thought it was going to be. The folding was kind of quite intuitive and they resemble what they look like when I unpacked them. So that's a win. So I've unboxed them, I've tried them out, I managed to successfully fold them correctly and get them in the bag. What I can say is that the build quality looks excellent. Everything feels super secure, the stitching is great, like the print as well and the branding, like it comes with a nice bag as well, which I think is also quite strong and robust. Like you can feel that quality and durability in the materials itself. I was really pleasantly surprised that the actual motor isn't loud either. I kind of was expecting something like a hairdryer or like a vacuum cleaner that just sucks in all that air, but it really wasn't. And I don't think it would be like, you know, inconvenient if you were using this, say like in public, or if you were just wanting to watch TV. It was actually surprisingly quiet. When it comes to the actual Bluetooth connectivity as well with the app, it was easy. The legs were already paired, and when I opened the app, I literally just searched for the nearest Hyperice products, which were mine, and they paired immediately with the app, and it was super simple. It's super intuitive as well to actually use. So how does the product actually work? It is exactly like someone's put a blood pressure cuff on your entire leg and they're just squeezing and squeezing and squeezing the air into it. And it's a really interesting feeling because when you have that compression on a part of your leg, you feel your blood like kind of like thumping in that area, and then when the compression releases, just like all this blood rushes down your legs and everything goes kind of tingly and warm, and it's a really, really interesting feeling. But it does actually feel really good at the same time, I won't lie. I did actually really enjoy having them on, but I can see that by having that kind of compression on and off your legs, moving in waves up and down your legs as well, does actually help get that blood flowing again, and it does make your legs feel a little bit less tired. Like I said, I just did a half marathon yesterday. My legs are pretty tight, so I definitely feel that they are a little bit less kind of sore. It would be great to feel what it's like after I do my next big effort as well, like when I go out for a big run, especially after London. And that brings me on to my next point about portability. It's fantastic that they fold back down fairly easily into a bag like this, because it means I can just throw them in the car, take them to London to the marathon. I can also take them to Berlin as well. So that's really cool. And I'm quite excited to try that out. So are they worth £1,000? No, they're not worth £1,000. So I'm going to be using these now over the next few months, after every run, after every cycle, after every Zwift session, after London Marathon. And I'm going to come back to you in a few months with a far more detailed and in-depth review where maybe I've identified some niggles, maybe I've unlocked something incredible, and maybe I'll be able to justify that £1,000 price tag a little bit better. So if you've got any comments, questions, queries, or anything like that about this product, please drop them below in the comments, because I'd love to hear from them, and I'd love to keep them in mind as well for my more in-depth review video that will come out in a few more months. And thank you for watching my first review video on this channel. I haven't really done anything like this before, so this has actually been really interesting to kind of do and to figure out and piece together. If there's anything specific you would like to know, or if you like this or you got any comments, please drop them below. I'm always learning as I go with this content creation thing. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.